Hey, in this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can install Node and NPM, two command line utilities that you're going to need in order to build your Node RESTful API. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way as quickly as we can. So I have open this web page here in my Chrome browser. It's called nodejs.org. So if you head there, that's where you're actually going to go in order to download Node for Windows if you happen to be using Windows. If you happen to be using Mac or Linux, it's a pretty quick Google search in terms of how to install the Node framework, which might be different for those operating systems slightly. But let me go ahead and show you how to install Node on Windows. I actually already have it installed, so I'll just walk you through the basic steps that you'll see. It's a user interface that you just click through. So you're going to download the Windows installer from the Node.js website. That's the site that I just showed you. I'm running 4.4.3. So sometimes if you're a bit later to this course and the version number here changes, sometimes it's a good idea to just be on the same version that we use for the course so that all of the examples are working and up to date. So if you click on other downloads and in previous releases, this is where you can find basically all of the various releases. But 4.4.3 is the one that we're going to use for this course. So you can go ahead and just download that. And basically what you're going to do is just run the installer, follow the prompts with the default installation features, and then restarting your computer is an important step. If you don't restart your computer, Node will not work properly. So the way that you know if Node is installed properly, or one of the ways, is you can open up a PowerShell or a regular DOS window on Windows. And for example, I can type one of two following commands. One is node-v. It just means what version of Node am I running. I'm running 4.3.1. which you can see, oh, we're actually 4.4.3 here. So I misspoke earlier, but you can go and get 4.4.1 if you want to be current with the course. And if we type npm, which stands for Node Package Manager, -version, we should also get a version number outputted to the screen, which means that npm has been installed correctly. So my computer's being a bit slow, but there we go. We get our version number. And if you can get to this step, it means that you have the two command line utilities that you'll need to get started building your RESTful API. I'll make one final note about anyone that's using Ubuntu. If you're not using Ubuntu, you can pretty much skip the rest of this lesson and just skip to the end or just go to the next lesson. But install Node Ubuntu does have one little quirk that's worth pointing out. And that quirk is that the package that you're installing when you do your apt-get install is actually going to be called Node.js, which is different because here we can see that it's called Node when we type node-v. So there's this extra step that you have to do to create a symbolic link with this command here, and that's going to link Node.js to Node. And basically what that does is instead of having to type Node.js-v, you can just type Node-v which is the standard way of using Node. So that's about it. That's how to install those two command line utilities, and I'll see you in the next lesson.